Hi everyone, here's a makeup tutorial for the boys and the girls who want a less dramatic look. So first we're going to start off with the primer. Primer is really important. It'll help create a nice base layer for all of your makeup. And on top of that, it's really going to help your makeup last longer through the costume changes and the lights and the crazy dancing and the eating between shows and all of that crazy stuff. So it's really important that you use the primer. It's just really going to help your makeup last longer and look better on stage. So just so you know, I will be doing the boys' makeup on the left side of my model and the girls' makeup on the right side. Next I'm moving on to the foundation. I personally prefer a liquid foundation, but it's totally up to you if you want liquid or powder. It also depends on you and your skin. So both boys and girls will need foundation. It's just going to add color so that you don't get so washed out by the lights on stage, and it's just going to create another nice foundation layer for the rest of your makeup. You're really going to want to blend the foundation in on your neckline, your hair, or down your neck and your hairline. Just really make sure that there aren't any major streaks or a specific place where it just stops, because that will be noticeable from the audience. The lights tend to accentuate the streaks and the harsh lines, so you just want to make sure that everything is nice and blended and softened, unless told otherwise. So again, really make sure you blend down the neckline. It's really important that you do that. Not everyone does, and sometimes you get that really harsh line, and it just doesn't look as good as if it's blended. So next we're moving on to contouring and the highlight. You're just going to want to put the contour, that's the darker color, anywhere where there's a natural shadow on your face. So right now I'm using a contour and highlight stick, but there are powder kits that you can get that might be a little bit easier for your first time, whatever you're more comfortable with. So you're going to want to put the contour on the hollow of your cheek, in your hairline, your temple. You're going to want to contour your nose, and then you put it under your jaw, and if you want, you can contour your chin to add some more definition to your face. So again, really make sure it's blended well. And then for the hollow of the cheeks, I'm just kind of, you suck in and smile, and that'll help you find the hollow of your cheeks. Yes, boys do need contour as well. Again, it doesn't have to be as dramatic as the girls. The girls can really just accentuate and make that contour and those cheeks and everything really beautiful and defined. For the boys, you're just wanting to add a natural shadow to their face set on stage. You can see where their cheeks are, you can see where their nose is, you can see where their neck, where their face ends and their neck starts, and all of that stuff. So again, really make sure it's blended, make sure there aren't any harsh lines in the contour. And then the jaw is really important. It just kind of adds that definition between your face and your neck. But again, really make sure it's blended. I cannot stress blending enough. So next I'm using a powder contour and highlight kit. It's just because I'm more comfortable with it for the nose. You are welcome to use a stick for this as well. But I'm kind of just shaping and defining the nose. You want to go from the eyebrow all the way down to the front of the nose. For girls, you can use it to make a little bit more of a button nose look, or whatever you want. For the boys, just add definition so that there's a difference between your nose and the rest of your face. And I'm contouring the chin as well, although it's certainly not necessary. And then for the girls, I'm adding a little bit of a shadow underneath the nose right there, in that little indent, just so that we can really accentuate the Cupid's bow later on. Again, just kind of keep adding a little bit of shadow until you feel like you can really see those features on your face from the audience view in the stage. So after you do the contour, you're going to want to add the highlight, and that's going to go anywhere your face naturally catches the light. So on the bridge of your nose, on your forehead, your cheekbones, and then just on your chin a little bit. Again, I'm now switching back to my stick, but that's just because that's what I like. I like the powder for my nose, but I really like the stick for everything else. So for the girls, you can really accentuate that beautiful contrast between underneath their cheeks and the cheekbones. For the boys, you just want a nice thin layer to just kind of add a little bit of contrast so they can see where the boys' cheeks are. So I'm just kind of, for the cheeks, I'm adding that highlight on the top of the cheekbone and then just a little bit down next to the nose to add that contrast between the contour on the nose and the cheeks. And then a little bit on the chin, and you should be good. Next, for the blush, girls want a brighter pink blush. And you really kind of want to make it more dramatic. Really focus on the apple of your cheek. So again, suck in and smile. So really focus on the apple of the cheek, but you don't want to look like a doll, so I'm blending it back towards the hairline a little bit. For the boys, you want a more natural blush, so more of like a brownish pink sort of. And you don't want it too dramatic, so just blend from the hairline down, and just a nice light layer of blush, probably a little bit more than you're comfortable with because the stage lights will wash you out, but you don't want it as dramatic or as dark as the girls. And again, you can take another blush or another brush and just kind of blend the blush, the highlighter, and the contour together. Just make sure there aren't any harsh lines going on. So next, for the eyes, I'm starting off with a primer. Again, I really stress the importance of primer. It'll help the color look better. It'll help your eyeshadow stay on. Eyeshadow really, really wants to crease, especially when you're dancing and hot and under stage lights. So the primer will really help your eyeshadow stay throughout the entire day and through multiple shows. So after you prime the eye, you're going to want to add a nice light nude color. You want to apply it evenly from your lash line all the way up to your eyebrow. This is for both the boys and the girls. And so this, the eye makeup is going to be where it deviates for the older girls and the younger girls. So the younger girls for the eyes can just follow what I'm doing for the boys, since the younger girls just need a little bit of definition and just that natural look, and the older girls might want a little bit of a more subtle dramatic look. So for the boys and the younger girls, I'm just taking a light brown color and just putting it in the crease of their eye, and that's just going to add a definition and define their eyes a little bit more. For the older girls, I'm doing a darker brown, and I'm just going to blend that from the corner of their eye inward, and that's going to create a subtle smoky eye look. And so you're going to want to blend it into the crease a little bit and really blend it from the corner inward. But again, blend it into the lighter color. You don't just want brown line white. So again, to help blend, I just kind of go over the eyelid just one more time with that lighter color. And then to add more definition, I take an angled brush and the dark brown and just make a little V at the corner of my eye to just kind of define and accentuate that smoky eye look. And then again, just kind of blend those lines a little bit. And I'll just create a nice natural smoky eye look without being too dramatic. For eyeliner, I'm using waterproof, and that's just because the waterproof will really stay throughout anything your day might throw at you. Because this is the 20s, the eyeliner was not super dramatic on the girls. You just want a nice thin line on their following their lash line with just a little bit of a wing on the outside. Again, keep it nice and thin, nice and natural looking. And then for the boys again, and the younger girls again, really thin, really natural, but just corner to corner, no wing. So you're just going to want just that little bit of the nice thin layer following the lash line, and it's just going to accentuate and define their eyes. Now for the boys and the younger girls, I'm doing a little bit of eyeliner on their bottom lash line, but just about a quarter of the way in, just to add a little bit of definition. For the older girls, for that slightly more dramatic look, you can go about a quarter of the way in, maybe halfway in. But again, for both, or for everyone, keep that bottom eyeliner nice and thin. And if you need to go over it with makeup remover and just kind of thin it out a little bit, feel free to. But you just want a nice thin defining line of eyeliner. Nothing too thick, nothing too crazy. Just keep it nice and thin, nice and natural. And yes, boys do need the eyeliner. I cannot stress that enough. They do need the eyeliner, they do need the mascara, and they do need the eye makeup. So for mascara for the boys and the younger girls, just a nice little natural layer just to accentuate the eyelashes a little bit. And then again, you're also going to want to do the bottom lashes as well. Don't go too crazy, just a nice thin layer. And then for the older girls, you can do false eyelashes, or you can use this mascara that Janessa suggested. One side of it is a primer, and then the other side is the mascara. So you're going to start with the primer, get it all nice and evenly applied to your eyelashes, and then even do the bottom lashes. but it's just going to help lengthen your eyelashes for the mascara so that when your mascara goes on, it creates a nice, beautiful false eyelash type look. So when you're going to apply the mascara, apply it evenly, really layer it on there so your eyelashes are long and beautiful and a little bit more dramatic. But if you want to use false eyelashes, you are more than welcome to. It's just eyelashes can be a pain, and for people who are newer to makeup, they can be really hard and really scary, so that's why I am showing you this video with the mascara. So now we're going to move on to the lips. Oh wait, sorry. Actually, another trick that I've learned, especially for the girls, the older girls, to help make their eyes look bigger and really open up the eyes is to take some white eyeshadow or white eyeliner and just kind of line the waterline. Some people aren't comfortable with it, so it's not something you have to do. It's just if you are comfortable and can do it, it'll really help open up the look and make it more beautiful and dramatic. But everyone should put a little bit of white eyeliner or eyeshadow on the corner of their eye, the inside corner of their eye. It'll just help add that contrast. It'll help open up your eyes. You can do it as a circular dot, or you can just kind of follow the corner of your eye. And now for the lips. For the girls, I'm using the Maybelline 24-Hour color. So to accentuate the Cupid's bow, you go in at an angle, kind of create like a little X on the top lip to just kind of create that V for the Cupid's bow. And then you just want to follow, once you put it at an angle, following the top lip, you just kind of curve it down a little bit. And then you just fill in the rest of the lips. If you want, you can use a slightly darker color to line the lips, but it's certainly not necessary, especially if you don't want a super dramatic look. And then we're going to put a little bit of highlighter on the top of the lip, just to really accentuate that Cupid's bow and really help those lips look big and dramatic and beautiful and help with that 20s look. And then for the boys, I suggest if you can find a color like this, just like a light brownish pink, very natural, neutral looking color in the 24-Hour Maybelline color, I do suggest using that, but if not, just a nice natural color will work for the boys. Again, nothing too dramatic, you just want it nice and neutral for the boys, and then the girls, you want it to be a little bit darker and more noticeable and more feminine. So now we're going to use the setting powder and the setting spray. Again, these may seem unnecessary, but they're really, really important. They're going to help your makeup last longer. They're going to help waterproof it a little bit better so that if you do happen to sweat under the stage lights and the costumes and doing the dances, your makeup won't run. While you're doing costume changes, it's not going to get all over your costumes. If you need to eat throughout the day or drink water, which I hope you're drinking water, it'll help your makeup stay on too while you're doing that. So that way there's less touch-ups to do throughout the day. So after you apply the setting powder, you're going to want to use the setting spray. You just kind of shake it up, hold it a little bit away from your face, and then spray it on there. And that's the end. I really hope this was useful, and good luck with the makeup. Again, for the boys, keep it nice and natural. Good luck!